What's good, Ninja people and motorcycle folk? I've owned the Ninja ZX4RR for about a month maybe, and I've already started tweaking some things on the motorcycle. Of course, by tweak, I mean to modify, and modifying your motorcycle or customizing it is part of the bonding process. It's sort of like preening for gearheads. So I'll walk you through what I've done to the motorcycle so far and why I chose to make those specific modifications. Let's go. So every sport bike that is intended to be ridden in anger needs some basic protection to minimize damage to the bike in the event of a fall. I started out by adding Woodcraft frame sliders and Vortex swingarm slider spools. I had also planned to install axle sliders during this work, but unfortunately the ones I wanted were back ordered, so I'll order those in the future and put those on. The slider spools went on really easy. You just needed a hex bit set. I like the one from Husky, but I've also got one from Craftsman that I like as well. And I used a bit of Loctite here, but that was my choice. You probably don't need it. The frame sliders were really easy to install as well. Woodcraft supplies torque specs. Thank you, Woodcraft, for saving me from having to look that data up. In addition to the previously mentioned hex bit set, you need hex sockets, an extension, a torque wrench, because torque specs are meant to be honored, y'all. Frame and body protection parts installed, I moved on to the fun bit, making the ZX4 more beautiful than it already is. And I'm going to do that by installing a zero gravity double bubble windscreen. Now the factory windscreen works great, but it has one big problem for me. My bike is black and the windscreen was clear, so I felt like this motorcycle deserved a smoked windscreen. And I've always been a fan of the zero gravity windscreens, so I installed their smoked double bubble. The install was really easy, very self-explanatory. Just use those hex bits and make sure not to scratch anything in the process. I like to remove the stickers from the windscreen to give it the cleanest look, so I did that, and then I removed the residue with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. I don't have any footage of this next part, sorry squids, but I deleted the front reflectors on the sides of the ZX4's front fender. You should not do this. It's probably illegal where you are, but dang, it looks nice, doesn't it? I'll keep it this way for shows and track use, and then reinstall the front reflectors when operating the Baby Ninja on public roads. Next up is the tank pad. If you do not install a tank pad on your Ninja, you will have scratches on the tank, and it won't take long before those scratches get really bad, like super bad. I installed the Kawasaki branded part, and to be honest, it looks a bit small even for this motorcycle. Again, no installation footage, y'all, but I'll put a link in the description for another video that shows you how to install a tank pad properly. Last up, the Yoshimura AT2 slip-on. If you've watched my first ride review, you'll hear me complain about the factory exhaust being way too quiet. I also have another video reviewing the AT2, so if you want to hear it, there's plenty of great footage and audio in that video, and you can click on the link above. I really love how this little pipe looks on the ZX4. If this pipe was a rug, it would really tie the room together, y'all. So that's it for today. What were your first modifications to your ZX4 or other stock sports bike? Let me know in the comments. I want to know. Please smash that like button if you haven't already and crush the subscribe button. And until next time, y'all, stay hydrated, ride safe, and have fun.